Man, do you like podcasts? Well then,
welcome to
No Gimmicks Needed.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
this is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. Alright, so we gave our predictions and stuff like that, but we gotta talk about what happened on Raw. And honestly, just basically, there are two highlighted things that happened on Raw. Because Jey Uso won the Fatal 4-Way with Bronson Reed, Sheamus, and Rusev. How? Because, you know, like, how did that happen? Obviously, but it's because LA Knight screwed over Bronson Reed.
Four letters, one word. I'm so sick of that.
You so sick of that, ain't you? Asuka defeated, you know, she won her Fatal 4-Way match. We just talked about that on SmackDown. AJ defeated JD McDonough. And we had two things that happened that was really the highlight of Raw that I want to talk about real quick.
Yeah, the Devil's Kiss and what else?
Look, as I love Devil's Kiss, it was Liv Morgan being injured.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, she had a match with Kairi Sane, but she got injured off a very simple ass move.
Yep.
Like,
person can be dangerous. Some people, tore their ACL on the drop kick. You know.
Or remember, Adam Cole just jumped off the stage, and it was like fucked his whole ankle up for a long ass time. He's out for over a year.
Yeah.
But
he was already having problems before that, though. So, yeah.
She goes for a dragon screw on Liv Morgan, and Liv Morgan just takes a regular backdrop or front drop, and then she rolls out the ring like, and my shoulder. She dislocated her shoulder. Just from that. And she felt awkwardly and dislocated her shoulder. And now Liv Morgan is going to be out for a while. She has to get surgery. And I'm like, oh, this is highly unfortunate. Highly unfortunate. I already know that they were not planning on this.
She just came back, too.
Yeah. And I know they had plans for her leading up, especially for Evolution, because I know the plan was for them to do maybe the Bella Twins versus Liv and Raquel. And it's going to suck now because it's not going to happen.
Well, the Bella Twins can fight Trisha Lita. Who cares? Trisha Lita. Sure, whatever.
It's like it don't really matter who the Bella Twins.
Oh, wait. Oh, you don't think Trisha's coming back?
Shit.
Oh wait, no, she already came back. She's not here to wrestle. Remember when she said she's retiring after her last run with the championship?
Yeah.
She didn't. Wait, did she have the championship or she had?
I don't know what she. I don't know what she had. I just know she was feud with Becky.
Yes, I think she. I feel like she had the championship, but I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I know she was feuding, and then she's like, "All right, after this match, after her match with Charlotte, she was like, I'm done." She came back and had a whole run. She was there every week. And then she's like, all right, I'm done. Then she came back in the Rumble. All right, I'm done. That was my last match. And then she had a match with Tiffany and Nia Jax. She's like, all right, that's my last one. She gonna keep coming back. So it's like, just don't say this your last match. Just leave it open.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Leave it open. It's a possibility. It's very unfortunate she got injured. But then the other news is, well, he's back. You knew this was going to happen. Goldberg made his return on Monday Night Raw to, by the surprise of no one, challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday Night's Main Event. And like I said before, Goldberg is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but today's version of Goldberg is not. But not only did he return, I thought they did a completely lazy job at doing it. I think they did a lazy job at doing it. And
can I say something though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Who is excited for this?
I don't know. I honestly, bro, I really don't know.
Because it's like, I heard you say he was beat up or whatever. Cool. I heard him say that. I seen him walk out, and he was gassed by doing the kick, the punch and the kick.
Mm-hmm.
He was gasping for air, just doing the punch and the kick in his entrance that he does all the time. So I was like, all right. maybe what's gonna happen is it's gonna be either a quick match or his son gonna get involved or something to take the heat off of him. I don't know, but it's interesting. And then again, there's no build for one. For two, it's a weird place to have a show, even though it's your hometown.
Yeah.
Like, okay, look, I'm not the biggest Goldberg fan. We all know this, but I think Goldberg would at least want to go out, you know, at a big show, not just, you know, Saturday nights maybe.
Well, they're doing it because it's going to be in Atlanta.
I know that, but I'm saying Atlanta or not, which one would you rather? You rather do it in Atlanta just on a regular house show based show, or you want to do it at like SummerSlam in a stadium? I'm gonna pick the stadium every time.
I would pick the stadium every time. That's why I said this whole thing was lazy. And I could just tell Troy, she was like, listen.
What you mean to tell me, oh yeah, I want to finish my career? You gonna say you want to finish your career in Philly?
No, well, it depends on where we at in Philly. If we at the field.
Yeah, not the field. If you at, you know,
Wells
Fargo. If you at the Wells Fargo, no. If you at Wells Fargo and it's, you can finish your career at Wells Fargo, or you can finish your career at MetLife Stadium. You gonna pick MetLife Stadium?
No, I'm not. No,
like,
that's a bad comparison. I would pick I would pick Wells Fargo because of what it means to me. Wells Fargo could fit about close, 17,000 people in there. That ain't the problem.
And then
if you talk about the 2300 arena, like where the old ECW arena was at, then I wouldn't do it there. No.
Also, you know, WWE also said they're not doing shows no more because they let AEW do shows there. It's like a Vince. That's like a Vince pettiness.
Exactly. Or Nick Khan pettiness, to be honest with you. But you know, the unfortunate thing is that these the thing about Goldberg stuff is, look, he comes out, he does the whole thing, and he gets a huge reaction still, because it's easy to chant for Goldberg. Has a sickening ass entrance. His entrance slaps, and it's easy to join in. And then he said, "You started something with him and his family in Atlanta some months ago, which was that Bad Blood. For those who don't remember, he said he's gonna make sure that ends in Atlanta, Georgia." And Goldberg says that on July 12th, Saturday night's main event, you're mine because you're next. And Gunther leaves the ring and Goldberg poses on the turnbuckle. But here's the problem. Goldberg never announced it was going to be a world title match. They just put that up. They never announced it was going to be his retirement match. He just put it up. I'm like, there was no... If you're going to go out, look, as much as people may not like Goldberg, as a legend he is, at least give him a proper send-off. Give him a little storyline. It ain't got to be a big one. Give him a little storyline and let him say, listen, you're last.
I think
you're last.
They did that. They did that, but I think it's rushed because I think when they wanted to do it, Goldberg just wasn't in the state because he was so, I guess, beat up. So now they have to rush it now.
Yeah, but even still, I'm not saying have a storyline with him being there every day. I'm just like, you know, that little shit that happened at Bad Blood. I was like, okay, people forgot all about that. People forgot Bad Blood in Atlanta. And then on top of that, it's just like, you know, you've seen Kevin Owens mock Stone Cold. You have seen Bray Wyatt talk about The Undertaker. You have seen these things. Gunther ain't mentioned Goldberg now one time.
He had to be the champion first again, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, he ain't mentioned Goldberg one time and at least insult him to the point where it's like, okay, we can see where it's building up. And then Gunther could have been like, you know what, I am sick and tired of you coming back here to hit your one spear and maybe one jackhammer and act like you're on the same level as me. Well, why don't you know what, I'm tired and I'm done of the myth that is Bill Goldberg. So, why don't we have, if you want to challenge me at Saturday Night's Main Event, well, then it's going to be your last match. Agree to that. And see if you can win the World Championship from me on your last match. And at least at that way, I could have been more interested. Because listen, if the people who are watching wrestling haven't been following social media, haven't been following the internet or anything like that, they wouldn't know anything about this being Goldberg's retirement match. And it looks like it's like Goldberg came back to get a championship match. How does that happen? And they don't know anything about that. If you haven't been following, if you just casually turned on wrestling, if you casually turned on Raw and you ain't watched Raw the past 6 weeks, how would you know anything that's going on? You know, you could have sat there and made that clear. And then I think that right there would have been get more people in the seats than, you know, they were there. Saturday Night's Main Event, like I said, Goldberg wants to retire in Atlanta. I don't know where they're going to have that main event at. It ain't going to be the Georgia Dome, obviously. They ain't going to do it there. But
no, it's going to be probably at
Yeah, so it probably going to do that, load up that show, but that's what he wants to have it at. It's not going to be a small. It's going to have over 10,000 people in there. So, and it's going to be the whole thing that's going to sell is Goldberg's final match. So this is where it's going to be. He wants his retirement match. He's going to get it. So we can be out the way. Now the thing is, Gunther's going to be with the impossible task. So can he get Goldberg to at least a halfway decent match in 4 minutes? If anybody can probably do it, it could be Gunther.
Yeah, you're right, but yeah, you're right.